Amongst others, Austin Reeves, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Dwight Howard, and...
Okay, before the game even starts, I want to point out a little LeBron James drama. About every news outlet I looked at made a point to show that the Lakers were shorthanded. But the Lakers were shorthanded, huh? Let's take a look at the box score. Oh, looks like you had Anthony Davis, a franchise player brought over to carry LeBron. You have LeBron James, the so-called GOAT. They're both in the lineup. Russell Westbrook is still in the lineup. So Carmelo Anthony, DeAndre Jordan, Rajon Rondo. That's a short-handed lineup on a team that has the so-called GOAT? Boo-hoo! Alright, so let's take a look at this Lakers T-Wolves game. Oh, LeBron with the hike between the legs. He's so playful, isn't he? Wow, wonderful. Makes up for all of his flaws. There he is, flat-footed, hands up in the air. And another play. Take a little rest under the rim, blowing on his hands. By the way, I'd like people to notice how often he's blowing on his hands. Is something wrong? Wipe your shirt, blow on your hands. Westbrook gets the double, unlike LeBron James, and a nice dish to Anthony Davis. Was that the GOAT? No, it's the guy taking all the blame. There's this LeBron James in the bottom right, doing absolutely nothing except blowing on his hands and looking bald. Nice help, GOAT. Fucking, he watched that all the way to the rim. Blowing on his hands again with not guarding his man. Okay, we have to pause here. The first thing we're going to do is look at this freeze frame. 1, 2, 3, 4 Lakers are engaged in the game. What the hell is the so-called GOAT doing? This dude looks like he's taking a freaking stroll through a park and doesn't even know a game is going on. Okay, so here's Mr. blowing my hands to keep him warm, forgetting that he's supposed to be playing defense. Let's just lounge down here, blow in your hands. Oh shit! I was supposed to be playing defense. Don't worry, Shannon Sharp will blame the rest of your team for not playing D. It's not your fault. Oh, and he's blowing on his hands again. You know what that is? That's a nervous tick. No, nervous isn't the right word. Insecure. Alright, here we go. A little outlet. LeBron doesn't get across half court like usually. No wonder the dude has longevity. He barely runs during a game. Look at him waltzing up the... Would you like to get involved in the game, Mr. GOAT? Hey, does anyone see LeBron on that side? Nope. Is he even in the game? Did they take him out already? Mr. Longevity apparently already needs a rest. Let's include that in the new tonal commercial. Alright. I know. I saw this included on the highlights. The king. Here's what you need to understand. Russell Westbrook draws the triple team. Passes to Rondo. And here comes LeBron down a wide open lane. No one will touch him because they've learned you're not allowed to. But how did this happen? Westbrook does the heavy lifting. Rondo, pass. And then what was LeBron James doing that whole time? He was resting up at the top of the key. Let's do this in even slower motion. Where is LeBron? Look at him. He's given up. He's barely getting across half court. Oh, here's an opportunity for me to get a highlight. Comes down. Look at the size of that lane opening. And oh, don't actually contest because you know you're not allowed to. Look, no one actually even raised their arms against him. Instinctively, they came toward the lane, but they didn't actually try to block him because you're not allowed to. Look at LeBron's not even in the fucking frame at first. And this got highlighted all over the place. LeBron James showing what he's made out of. Dude, he was resting, not helping his team, and then got the easy flush. Why? Because his teammates did the heavy work.
In the season, hugs out of the way, and here comes LeBron James, fully healthy and the reigning Conference Player of the Week. Hammer time right there from James.
Conference Player of the Week. Well, after what I just explained and hearing that overhyped commentator, do you understand why I say LeBrainwashed? Every player in the league can do that. A high schooler can make a dunk down a lane uncontested, and people make it sound like something incredible happened. That's not even worthy of a highlight. Okay, let's move on. I hope you understand why that's an example of brainwashing. Here he is resting again, just looking bald and doing nothing. Isaiah Thomas comes in. Oh, you know what that means? A new player for LeBron to blame. God damn, he looks bald. Look at that shit. And here comes LeBron. He sets an illegal screen. Hold on. Oh my God, we can't just go right past that. All right, let me slow it down for you again. Here comes Mopey. I know, Father Time, I can't get there on time, so I'll just screen him right into his back. Watch, he throws a shoulder into this dude's shoulder blades. He's so late getting to the screen. That's as illegal as it gets. Of course, nothing was called. Apparently, no one scored because the highlight ends right there. Great work, LeBron. All right, moving on. What's going on here? Another, oh, he didn't even touch the guy on that screen. And a dish to Carmelo Anthony, a guy who actually can hit a three-pointer, unlike the so-called GOAT. Okay, this is important too, because if you turn the volume up, the strip credit was given to LeBron.
Travel. Oh, LeBron. Picked that right over his head. Baseball with...
Oh, LeBron! Shut up, bitch. He didn't even raise his arms. His teammates stripped it. But that doesn't matter. The whole world thinks that LeBron did it because of a stupid announcer. Male or female, they're all bitches now. They're all told what they're allowed to say, and you're only allowed to say nice things about LeBron James. So moving on, what do we got going on here? LeBron James with nearly a turnover. That was just gross passing. Carmelo Anthony, again, a good shooter on the team, unlike LeBron, the GOAT, James. And let me just go around you like you're not even there. Sorry, I don't care what the position is, what the mismatch is. You don't go around someone who's supposed to be the GOAT as if they aren't even there, like it's nothing if they're the GOAT. And he's not. But thankfully we have Shannon Sharp to let the world know that he's 36 and, you know, Father Time is catching up. You know, Karl Anthony Towns absolutely owned LeBron James this whole game. Does anyone remember any center ever, actually anyone ever, owning Michael Jordan at any stage in his career? Do you? Honestly, look it up. If you find anything, I'd love to hear it. All right, back to normal speed. LeBron James, wow, he actually made it across half court. Why? Because he has the ball. And what's he going to do with it? He's going to get swatted. Toasty! And then he's going to slap the ball like a stupid little girl. Let's slow this down. Oh, get out of here. Now, was he worried about the out of bounds rule? But that doesn't make sense, because if you're allowed to swat it after coming out of bounds, why can't you just grab it? It's just silly. My God, the baldness on the back of his head is really standing out. All right, moving along. There's LeBron James taking a nap in the bottom right. I can't believe people talk about his longevity when he doesn't do shit while he's on the floor. And speaking of being on the floor, he's not. He's taking a rest already. And now he's back in. There he is up at the top of the key, doing nothing. Just taking a break. He was barely even in the frame. All right, what's going on here? LeBron James taking another break over at the sideline while his teammates do the work. Isaiah Thomas, nice floater, showing skill that the GOAT doesn't possess. Look at the recurring theme here. The GOAT just goes and rests in corners. Maybe you will argue that that's just what his assignment is. But what's inspiring about that? That's not the role of a GOAT. And there's LeBron James taking a nap up at the top there. Let's just float in the middle of nowhere. Nice help. Just watch Karl Anthony Towns abuse Anthony Davis. I don't know what else Anthony could have done there. That was just a tough move by Towns. There's Anthony. LeBron took another nap, by the way. I don't understand this longevity thing. He doesn't do shit except turn the ball over. Look at that. That was a terrible turnover. Couldn't even stop the guy at the other end. Thanks for your effort, Mr. Lazy Goat. LeBron James had more turnovers than Westbrook in this game, but you won't hear that from any announcers, especially not Shannon Sharpe. Now watch this play. Watch Pat Bev go right at LeBron James like he's nobody, much less the GOAT. That's embarrassing. And where's LeBron? Oh, okay, we have to analyze this one because there's Mr. GOAT. Okay, so LeBron's acting dramatic and looks like he's blaming other people. So let's take a look at the actual play and see what happened. Were you supposed to switch? Was someone else supposed to switch? It looks like LeBron was in no man's land. Westbrook obediently just hangs his head and goes out of bounds because LeBron blames everyone no matter what. Regardless, the GOAT was involved on a play that ended in an easy dunk. And LeBron James was standing flat-footed during it. And here's LeBron James. Oh, dear God. What a fucking prick. Are you kidding me? That was intentional. Are we supposed to believe that that was going to make it to Anthony Davis in the middle of the lane? I mean, the guy was 2 feet from him, and he threw it straight into his forehead. Watch this. What the fuck? That is some bullshit. He should be ejected for that shit. Oh, and then can't even play D. Can't even run it down. Well done, GOAT. So goatish. And LeBron passes to a wide open person. The only sensible play someone can make, but Shannon Sharpe will make it sound like it was the most incredible pass of the year. Westbrook with an incredible pass to LeBron James, but all you'll hear about is LeBron lobbing it to his 7-foot franchise player, Anthony Davis. Way to help on that one, LeBron. Jesus fucking Christ, you suck. Oh my God. Do you know who you're guarding? Hold on, we gotta analyze that one, especially since LeBron dropped his shoulders like it was someone else's fault. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like a big LeBron fuck up. Let's freeze frame. If LeBron was guarding 5 and 9 was guarding 3 down in the left corner, why did LeBron pop out to Karl Anthony Towns at the top, leaving number 5 wide open, forcing number 9 to come out to guard LeBron's guy? And that's clearly LeBron James's fault. And he drops his shoulders and looks defeated. What a leader he is, right? What a leader. Oh, I fucked up my defensive assignment, but, you know, let me look disappointed in everyone else. God damn, how does anyone call him the GOAT or even respect him in the least? And continuing. Oh, yes. Posty. This is the screen. Okay. Here's what's interesting about it, because LeBron is a flopper, as everyone knows, but, like, he didn't even get a chance to flop. He didn't see that coming. That's a legit fall down. If he had seen the flop opportunity coming, he would have, like, faked an injury. I think he's actually surprised in this particular scenario. But here's what's really interesting. He outweighs Karl Anthony Towns. He outweighs Karl Anthony Towns. He outweighs almost all NBA centers, yet he's on the ground as if he weighs 2 pounds. Let's talk about this size thing a little bit, because Karl Anthony Towns is 248. LeBron James is 250. LeBron James has often been listed as 260. He's been reported as actually reaching 280 at one point. That dude is gigantic, and yet he falls down like a goddamn little girl all the time. Hey, Tonal, would you like to do a commercial about how your fucking bitch-ass poster boy can't stay standing up against anyone in the league? And that was like a soft screen by Towns. You know? It's not like he threw his body forward. He was like actually pulling backward. Yep. LeBron had the momentum, if anything. Tonal for overgrown bitches who land on their ass all the time in order to get undeserved titles. Anyways, let's move on here. LeBron's going to fuck up again pretty soon. Nice pass from Anthony to the bottom right corner. Of course, you won't hear about that. You'll just hear about whatever bullshit LeBron did. There's LeBron taking a break at the top of the key. And LeBron, flat-footed. You feel like helping out any? Guess not. Let's wipe your hands. You want to blow on them? And I don't see LeBron. LeBron's taking a break again. Mr. Longevity getting rested. Mr. Longevity still getting rested. Still getting rested. I'm a little sick of hearing about the amazing accomplishments while he's resting all the time. Is he back in yet? It's hard to tell because he's always up at the top of the key, barely in the frame. Is that LeBron? Oh no, that's someone else's bald head. There's LeBron, resting at the top of the key. Okay. So he made a ugly three-pointer. Let's analyze that one. Okay, so there he is, up at the top of the key. Look how no one is worried about him. How does the GOAT get left that wide open? Where's the rest of the T-Wolves team? No one gives a shit about LeBron James. It's like a half-ass closeout. And in any case, it's like one of his 2 3-pointers. Practically uncontested and ugly as hell. For the record, that garbage time 3-pointer came when they were down 17 points. There's no pressure here. Is LeBron in? It's hard to tell sometimes. Okay. LeBron taking a nap in the bottom right corner. Westbrook gets the triple team and passes out. LeBron's, did you get a nice rest on that series? Freeze frame. This is almost just like the freeze frame from earlier, where the Lakers team is all engaged except for LeBron, who's taking a little nap. He clearly has the easiest defensive assignment. If that's his best role for the team, then so be it. But stop talking about him being the GOAT and stop talking about his longevity when the team is designed for him to carry the least burden. LeBron taking a nap in the bottom left. Take a look, bottom left. How much energy did doing nothing take on that play? Nice box out, LeBron. Nice defense, LeBron. What are you flopping your arms for? Whose fault is it this time? We got to rewind that one. Okay, LeBron, here's your chance to box someone out. Nope. Okay, here's your chance to play D on that dude. No, just let him go right around you. That's some GOAT defense right there. Let's look at it again, because that's just freaking disgusting. Not only did you not box him out, you're not going to stop him. God damn, he didn't even, make a move. Nice effort. Yeah, go to your timeout. Figure out who to blame. Where's LeBron? Top of your screen on the left. Taking a break. No box out again. Hey, would you like to go guard someone? No. I guess the answer is no. God damn, look at his disgusting body language. Okay, LeBron. Taking a break? Taking a break? Hey, would you like to pop out, possibly? No, I don't think so. Well, I'll walk over, but I'm not going to raise my arm. I'm going to let Pat Bev shit in my mouth, and then I'm going to flop my arms around. Defeated and the opposite of a goat. Let's look one more time, just for all you LeBoners out there that think this guy is respectable. I can't even raise my arm, much less get within 3 feet of my defensive assignment. And the guy's even smaller than me. Why are you bobbing your head around like someone else is responsible for your shit defensive assignment? It's 101-79. LeBron goes for an ill-advised steal. 101-79. Hey, the game's out of reach. Maybe it's garbage time for LeBron to chuck up a meaningless 3. Hey, good job. Barely contested. The GOAT, barely guarded. And after that garbage 3, it looks like LeBron gets to go rest again. I don't know how he plays at the age of 36, except that he barely has to play any minutes and the rest of his team takes all the heavy assignments. By the way, isn't Pat Bev known for his D? Why isn't he guarding LeBron James? You know why? Because LeBron James is not a threat. He's the GOAT, but he's not the threat. Explain that one to me. He's the GOAT, but he's not the threat. He's the GOAT, but he's not the threat. So he managed to rack up some points that game. I didn't see any highlights in there other than the layup that he got courtesy of Russell Westbrook, the easy dunk, and the 2 nearly uncontested 3-pointers. And yet all you will hear is how it was the rest of his team's fault, even though he was the recipient of their hard work. And that's why I say that you're being LeBrainwashed.